We are the proud owners of a $500,000 paid off house. 5 years ago, we paid off the $195,000 mortgage on our dream home. Since then, the appreciation in the real estate market has been really good to us. After years of focus and partnership with my wife, Nicole, we're mortgage free and we're thrilled about the future ahead of us. To help our young children remember this family tree changing moment in our lives, we decided to celebrate with them. Instead of just burning the mortgage and tipping back a few glasses of champagne, which we did anyway, we came up with a few unique ideas of our own, like running through a mortgage wall and whacking a mortgage piñata until it exploded with candy and coins everywhere. It was fun. The kids had a blast, and so did we. This was a moment we wanted our kids to remember. It was the day we decided that our family was going to become debt-free for life. When it's all packaged up into a happy family story like that, paying off your mortgage sounds pretty simple and pretty easy, right? Well, it was slightly more complicated than that. We were intentional, we were determined, and we were ready to do something incredible for our family. In this video, I'll be sharing the 10 steps we took to become a mortgage-free family in less than 5 years. Hey everyone, this is Andy Hill from Marriage, Kids, and Money, a channel dedicated to helping you strengthen your family tree so you can live financially free. If you like what you hear today, please do me a favor and give me the YouTube triple thanks. That's hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and then leaving a comment down below so we can create some dialogue. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, let's dive into those 10 steps we took to get a $500,000 paid off house. Number 1, start with a why. When I'm about to complete any difficult challenge, I always try to think about the why before the how. Why do I want to do this? That way I can always refer back to my why throughout the difficult process to keep me motivated and keep me going. So for me, my why for becoming mortgage free was about reducing the stress that comes with having a big loan and only one source of income. I consistently felt pressure at work to not mess up because if I did, we could lose our house. With 2 little kids at home, I definitely went into Papa Bear protection mode. Given that I'm a personal finance nerd, this was the best way I could protect them in my eyes. That was my why. That's what kept me going. If you're considering something big like this, I'd recommend starting with a why as well. Number 2, 15-year fixed rate mortgage. We got a 15-year mortgage when we bought our new home. This made our monthly payments higher overall versus a 30-year mortgage, but more of the payment was going to the principal each month. By choosing a 15-year, we were forcing ourselves to make larger principal payments. With a 30-year mortgage, we could decide to pay more or pay less principal depending on the month. We didn't want that option. We wanted the forced option. We wanted it to be gone fast. Last but not least, our mortgage interest rate was only 3% with our 15-year mortgage versus a quoted 4% on a 30-year mortgage. We chose to pay less to the bank and keep more for ourselves. If we went the full term, we would have paid $92,752 more in interest to the bank. No, thank you. If you're weighing the pros and cons between a 15-year mortgage and a 30-year mortgage right now, check out Credible to compare rates and interest savings. They compare against different lenders to help you find the best deal. I'll have a link in our description so you can check them out. Number 3, have a mortgage payment no more than 25% of your take-home pay. With my first bachelor pad in 2004, I had a mortgage that was about 60% of my take-home pay. Let's just say I didn't have a lot of money for things like, food. Ugh. My first house folly in my 20s is a hyperbolic example for more financially educated folks out there, but it definitely stuck with me when we were looking for our next house. We wanted it to be our dream house for the next 30 years, so our payment, which is our principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, it needed to be comfortable. We made sure that our monthly mortgage payment did not exceed 25% of our take-home pay. This allowed us to allocate the other 75% to other areas of our life, like household expenses, food, transportation, daycare, entertainment, saving and investing, all that other stuff you got to deal with as a family. In this example, let's say, for example, if your take home is $5,000 per month after taxes, your mortgage payment shouldn't be more than $1,250. Obviously, do what's best for you and your family, but this is what worked for us. Number 4, commit and set a date. My wife Nicole and I came to an agreement that we'd dial back our lifestyle and pay off our mortgage in less than 5 years. This would require sacrifice on our part, but honestly, we live in the most privileged country in the world. How much sacrifice are we really talking about here, really? Number 5, live on 50% of your income. At the start of our marriage, we paid off around $50,000 of debt, some student loans and a car loan. Since that time, we've consistently lived on about 50% of our income. There have been years when we've spent more and years where we've saved more. On average, we were a couple who saved around half and spent around half. Now, it definitely helps when you have a 6-figure household income. I know this isn't for everybody. At the start of our marriage, we made around $130,000 per year combined. That was awesome. And during our mortgage payoff process, it went up even more. We averaged around $170,000 per year for our household income. In order to become mortgage-free in less than 5 years, we knew we needed to continue this 50-50 path. We had prepared ourselves for this reality, and it wasn't bad when we were both employed. When Nicole and I decided that she'd leave her job and become a stay-at-home mom for our 2 kids, the story changed a little bit. That's when we tightened things up just a little bit. We decreased our grocery spending by 1/3 by switching from Kroger over to Aldi. We cut the cord on cable. We got an HD antenna to watch all of our shows. We embraced all the free and inexpensive things you can do with kids, like going to the library, going to the park. We negotiated our cable and cell phone bills, and we ended up switching from Verizon to Tello, and we saved a ton of money. I'll put their link into the description as well. We took advantage of higher deductible insurance plans because we had a bulky emergency fund. These types of things, they helped a lot. Number 6, increase your income. Even with all of our cord cutting and grocery trimming, it was getting more difficult for us to live on one income and still pay this mortgage off in 5 years. And after all, you can only cut back so much. But with income, on the other hand, the sky is the limit. We did the following things to increase our income during the mortgage payoff process. We ended up walking around our house and selling a bunch of stuff. We walked around, checked closets, we found clothes, electronics, unused gift cards, purses, bikes, and I even sold my prized moped. It was time. I hadn't driven the thing in a year, so it's all good. I also kicked butt at work. I worked in sales at the time, and if I crushed my goals, then I was rewarded with a bonus. Yeah, I went into overdrive for the last couple of years during the mortgage payoff process, and it paid. Those bonuses went straight to the mortgage principal as soon as they came in. During our mortgage crushing journey, I started a blog, a podcast, and eventually a YouTube channel, which you're watching now, that chronicled our family's mortgage-free journey. I've been able to help people on a similar path and make some money while doing it. Number 7, budget monthly with your spouse. Lucky number 7 here is probably the most important success in my eyes. The collaboration that my wife and I had during this process was incredible. On the first day of every month for the last decade, Nicole and I have used Mint to plan out our monthly budget. This helps us to stay on the same page because we review our spending from the previous month, we allocate our dollars for the current month, and we review our goals for the future. If you're interested in other options outside of Mint, if you don't like that one, check out my video with the best budget apps out there. And most of them are cheap and free, everybody. I got that video on this channel. Number 8, remember to have fun. With our tighter mortgage crushing budget, we didn't have a lot of money allocated for fun, especially vacations. We decided that we'd take advantage of travel rewards for some free or inexpensive travel. Between my work travels and our responsible credit card usage, we were banking some solid travel rewards. During the mortgage-free path, we traveled to New York for a romantic weekend on travel rewards. Flights and hotel would have cost us $1,500, but we paid $0. The year after, we traveled to Fort Lauderdale for our anniversary. Yep, travel rewards paid for that one as well. We even traveled to Cabo San Lucas with our entire family, and this was a $6,000 trip. and we got it for about $300. Now, I'm not saying that using credit cards is for everyone. Credit cards can be dangerous and can ruin you financially if you use them irresponsibly. NerdWallet reports that the average US household that carries credit card debt has a balance of around $6,000. For those of us who can live consistently on a monthly budget and are extremely responsible with their money, they might as well enjoy the perks that come from credit cards. If you consistently carry a credit card balance and have trouble making your payments each month, I'd highly recommend paying with cash or a debit card. Number 9, celebrate the wins. On the big mortgage payoff day, our family of 4 went to the bank together. Here's a picture of us at the bank. And then afterward, we went to a local diner to celebrate. Now, my 3-year-old at the time had an epic meltdown in the restaurant because his jacket wouldn't zip, but hey, not everything can have a storybook ending. Number 10, dream about the future and make changes. Now that the mortgage is gone, a lot has changed for our family. Our home that was originally valued at $350,000 when we bought it is now worth well over $500,000. And after paying off the mortgage, we had a lot more money to use. With that additional money, we decided to make some changes. We are giving more. We increased our giving from 1% of our take-home pay to 10%, with 5% going to charities and causes we're passionate about, and another 5% to family, friends, and neighbors in need. It's our own form of 10% giving. We're also living more. Vacations are something that our family loves to do. Another 10% of our take-home pay goes to vacations every year. We love the fun and the sun, and we want it to be a permanent part of our family budget going forward. We're also working less. Both my wife and I left our corporate careers and are now pursuing work we enjoy instead of work we have to do. My wife went back to school to become an esthetician. She loves helping people and having a flexible schedule as well. And I ended up saying goodbye to my sales job, and now I'm a podcaster part-time. We don't need as much money to live now, so I'm working fewer hours each week and spending more time with my family. It's been great for my health and my overall well-being. Right now, our future looks bright as a family. With no mortgage in our lives, our stress levels have decreased significantly, and we're allocating more money for things that make us happy. To keep the conversation going, I've outlined more benefits of a paid-off house, not just from our family, but from other mortgage-free families as well. You can find that video on this channel. It's the top viewed video we have. Enough from our side, everyone. I want to hear from you. Are you looking to become mortgage-free? Is this a goal for your family? What would life look like without a mortgage for you? Please let me know in the comments below. This is Andy Hill from Marriage, Kids, and Money signing off. Carpe diem.